Yo, welcome back to my cottage. We're here again, not reacting to the vegan teacher, but discussing her drama and how stupid she is. I remember a while ago I made a reaction video to the vegan teacher, and it was like one of her videos being like, should non-vegans be allowed in an ambulance or something like that? I think that was like one of my favorite commentary videos to not make because I had to sit through that, but to watch now because it looked good, everything was fine, and like, at the time that's the video that got me the most comments. But today we are going to be talking about the vegan teacher and why she is such a big drama circle. But before we talk about that, it says here only 7% of you guys are subscribed to the channel. We can't have that now, can we? Subscribe to the channel, please. I need more money. That's the joke. I need more money. You know the drill, everybody. Even with a silly piece of drama like this, there's trigger warnings. All the trigger warnings up on screen are the warnings that you're gonna have to deal with. I'm sorry. If you are sensitive to any of these topics, please click off the video and watch one of my more wholesome videos. Now, at a first glance, the vegan teacher just seems like a nice old lady on YouTube who makes educational videos about veganisms and why she thinks it's good to be vegan because it protects animals and all that stuff. That sounds really wholesome, Kay. Why are you going after this nice old lady if that's what her channel is? Well, dear viewer, she's not a nice old lady, and we're talking about that today. You probably clicked on the video to see why she's not a nice lady. Even her YouTube description may fool you into thinking that she's just a nice lady. Fighting racism, homophobia, and vegan phobia. Are you sure? Are you sure, ma'am? Are you sure? So, in pretty much all of her videos, the vegan teacher, or Miss Katie as she's come to be known as, basically either calls out a company or a certain YouTuber, or even things like Coco Melon for being anti-vegan. And she would do this in the form of a test. She would watch, like, let's say, a YouTuber review some products, and she would basically grade the YouTuber on if they're vegan or anti-vegan by basically saying, if this product isn't vegan or if they mention meat at all, they're getting a strike, but if it is vegan and they say veganism good, they get a thumbs up for me. And at the end of the video, she basically says if they pass or fail her class. Now, when I was younger, I thought this chick was joking a lot of the time. Until recently, where I realized this isn't a joke at all. She will straight up harass people if they don't eat vegan food. Like, harass them. For example, the YouTuber Call Me Chris, which is an amazing YouTuber, and by the way, Chris, if you're watching this, congrats on your marriage. But Call Me Chris, for example, she made one video on Call Me Chris, and when Call Me Chris responded to her and reacted to her video, Miss Katie started, like, almost stalking Call Me Chris. Like, she got super defensive when Chris mentioned that the crayon she was using wasn't vegan, and, like, Miss Katie even brought up her past trauma, which, first of all, don't do that at all. But Kay, you're bringing up call me Chris's past trauma. Doesn't that make you as bad as the vegan teacher? I'm not comparing Chris's trauma to a turkey being R-worded and then cooked. Yeah, that's a thing. She's also harassed Sniper Wolf numerous times before. I haven't really watched those videos since I don't care about Sniper Wolf, because her content's not for me. If any Sniper Wolf fans are watching this, I'm sorry, her content is trash. She's made countless videos on Darman, which one of them featured Sniper Wolf, and she got super mad when she saw a can of pork and beans. I'm not even kidding. Like, she got mad to the point where she was, like, screaming. As someone with a vegan father, stuff like this makes me think that the vegan teacher is just an act, because, like, no vegan I know in real life throws a temper tantrum over, like, a can of pork and beans. Like, they'll see and be like, ah, cool, pork and beans. And for some reason, and this is hypocritical to her description, by the way, she goes after certain people and certain groups and calls them bad people. Fighting racism! What's this then? Where you call a black man racist for not being vegan? Phobia! What's this then? Calling people of the LGBTQ community selfish for not being vegan. Yes, those are her words. It's way worse too. For example, people have found out that she might have been a meat eater this entire time and has just been harassing these people for no reason. I'm not gonna say any of those allegations are true, but it'd be funny if they are. Like, imagine that, you find out that the vegan teacher isn't vegan, and she's just being a dick to everyone. She also mentions how it's wrong to take certain parts from an animal, such as wool from a sheep, when it is fact that a sheep can overheat and get severely injured if their wool isn't shaved off. We're protecting animals! No, you're not. You don't want sheep to get sheared, meaning that sheep's gonna be injured. It's going to be in pain. You're hurting an animal. This isn't being vegan to the point of, I'm not going to eat meat, I'm not going to wear any animal product. No, this is being vegan to, I'm not gonna eat meat, I'm not gonna wear any animal product, and I don't think that anybody should. I don't think they should slaughter animals for food. I don't think they should shear sheep even though it can hurt them. I don't think they should do any of that stuff because it's just me, I'm the center of the world. Everybody should follow my lead. I apologize for the awful accent. It started as something else, but slowly turned into, like, a Boston or, like, Harley Quinn accent. By the way, side note, plants, Miss Katie, plants can feel pain. Yeah, plants are living beings, they can feel pain, and they communicate to each other, so technically, you're hurting a living thing, so are you really vegan? But these next two things are super messed up, and she did these recently, so buckle in. A few months ago, the vegan teacher released a now deleted video of her talking about a video that this person made where she's feeding a baby ribs for the first time. Cool, whatever. And she says that it's wrong to feed a baby ribs if their parents don't want them to. They want the baby to be vegan, blah blah blah, basic Miss Katie stuff. But then she says this, and I'm gonna try and quote this to my best ability. The vegan teacher, aka Miss Katie, aka a real teacher who used to be around real children, said, quote, "The baby isn't enjoying the ribs, it's enjoying the barbecue sauce. If the baby had a lollipop, it would enjoy that. If the barbecue sauce was on another type of vegan food, the baby would enjoy that. If the barbecue sauce was on a man's genitalia, the baby would enjoy that." End quote. Obviously, I didn't quote that all right, but you know what? Whatever. She's saying that giving a baby ribs is the equivalent of putting your junk down a baby's throat. And then she went to defend her statement, saying, "But it's true. It's true, though. It's the same thing." No, it isn't! Also, a few days ago, she said she's happy the Pope died because all he did was hurt animals and he wasn't vegan. Whatever. The Pope's dead. I'm one of those people who, like, yeah, I make jokes about death, but here's the difference. I do not mock someone's death. I do not go out there and say, "I'm happy this person's dead." But if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out me and the channel a lot. All my social medias are in the description below, along with my Wattpad story in case you want to give it a read. And with that out of the way, I hope all of you guys have a fabulous day.